Alright everybody, let me know. Audio check. Just the usual thing that we do. I'm assuming it's working. I can see that the mic is working, it's just if the output's working. If not, then we have a major problem. Okay, you can hear it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Alright, so unfortunately yesterday we were going to do, well not unfortunately, that we were going to do 2 streams. Unfortunately, my internet decided to kill itself again. And it did not make it through the entire stream. It didn't even make it through like a third of it. So 22 minutes in, we did not get to continue. However, I did end up saving what we started. So Hampton Connors number 77 is still there. The only thing that crashed was the internet, not the programs or anything. So like everything was there. I didn't even realize for a couple minutes that it was crashed. And it was too late for me to save it by then because it had already canceled the stream. So that's why we had an issue yesterday. However, today we should be good to go. Internet seems to be stronger today. If I look at OBS, we have, how many? No dropped frames so far. How about that? 0.0%. So we're doing very well with drop frames. We're doing great. Hampton is here, which is fantastic. So he'll be able to help out with designing his own car, which is important for this series, this league. It's a big part of it. It's basically the most important part of it is the fact that everybody gets to choose their number, sponsor, everything. So that should be pretty fun. Yeah, that's about it though. We don't have much else to say. Yeah, we can kind of pick up right where we left off. Yesterday we were taking, where is it? Is it this one? Nope, that's the Junior Motorsports numbers. This Pepsi logo. And we were trying to kind of morph it into the car so that we could, you know, make it into a real paint scheme. So I need to turn this logo on again. I need to grab the blue so that we're not dealing with purple. Because as much as I think purple is a great color, it does not work with Pepsi. Blue does. So let's see. What do you guys think, especially Hampton? What do you think for continuing? I don't know exactly what my thought train was when we left off, so gotta kind of figure things out from here. I think, I don't know. I'm tempted to leave the bright blue over here and do like a darker blue here, but I don't want it to look too patriotic either, because Pepsi is supposed to be its own brand. It's not supposed to just be like, I don't know, I love America, I think it's great, but this is not a patriotic scheme, this is a Pepsi scheme. So yeah, thank you, appreciated Applebee's Cup Series, glad you like it so far. But yeah, I don't know that it should look like it's intentionally patriotic. Like right now we have red on the bottom, white in the middle, and blue, like in the proper order. Or you can kind of do the stars if you wanted to. Like it looks totally like it's set up to be a patriotic, which I don't think is what we're going for. So we got to figure something out with, you know, with the design here. Obviously, when you put the Pepsi logo, it looks a little less like just a generic paint scheme that has no sponsor. So we'll get to that pretty quick. Actually, let's do that now. Let's put that on the hood. I think, yeah, that is how it's supposed to look, I believe. How is it supposed to look? I want to make sure that I have it at the right angle. Oh no, I don't have it as the right logo. I totally modified it. I forgot. Oops. Totally forgot that I did that. So give me a moment. Got to pull up the logo here. See what we can do. Oop, that's not going to work. I just want the old Pepsi logo. Come on. Shouldn't be this difficult to find, but apparently it is. So let's keep looking. There's one. Sweet. Okay. So there is the old Pepsi logo. I'm going to paste that in there right there. Oh, I guess that's not locked proportions. So, alright, let's see what we got. We got a Pepsi logo, that's great. So we will isolate this section of it so that it's good to go. Put that on the hood. I don't know exactly how big we want to do. I don't know if we want it rotated. Up to you, Hampton, obviously. This is your car. But I would almost lean towards rotating it, to be honest. I don't know for sure, but that's probably what I would lean towards, honestly. So we could kind of do something like this. and then it kind of has this flow look to it. It looks kind of cool. It looks cool either way. Actually, you know what? Because it's not italicized, it's straight across text, I think we should leave it this way. And then this Pepsi logo down here can go away, because we don't need it. And this one actually has a different hue, or a different shade, I guess, than the other one. So we'll use this blue for the other stripe. So you can kind of see what I'm going for is kind of just mimicking the logo along the side of the car. And so I think what we can do is go simple on the blue because it's a blue base, so you don't have to do too much. Oops. Click there. So I think we're just going to kind of do a really simple car. It's not going to be too complex, I don't think. Unless Hampton wants it to be complex, which is fine. But from what I'm doing so far, I think we're going to go very simple. So there's our graphic. Let's put that there. And now you got a darker blue, which kind of works a little better. Actually, because I don't know, because I kind of want the black and the white to have contrast. So I almost wonder, what if we did a light blue here? Whoops. And then we did I don't know. Let's see. Gotta find a shade of blue to use here. Oh, that's like exactly the same. Oops. So that could work if we do a dark blue base, right? And then you kind of have that bold outline. It kind of contrasts. We'd have to do a little bit more up here so that it goes around the 77, but I don't want it to wrap into the Goodyear too much either. Oh, here's what we could do. Hold on. A lot of this is trial and error. That's what graphic design is about. Anything digital is trial and error. So I'm thinking we could do something like this. Kind of just wrap around the Goodyear in this direction instead of going the other way. And then that could probably work pretty good, actually. Yeah, I think that'll work. I think that works very nicely. Very well. Oops. There's that. So just kind of tweaking the angles of everything. Trying to make this go over the 77. And it's going to kind of just flow into the white stripe over here. Take a look at the chat, nothing new so far. Alright, so there's that. Now we can do a blue, and that, oh, that actually works really nicely. I like that. And then we'll take the, I think we can take our Pepsi, or not Pepsi logo, our Goodyear logo, wherever it is, and we can probably make it white, and that'll look pretty good. There we go, Goodyear. So now you can kind of see what we're going for here. Got to make sure the wireframe is working with this design. Just zoom in a little bit. I just don't want it to go over the edge, because then we have to, you know. Yeah, it's good. Just barely, but it's good. No, signups are over. Yep. Signups are done. They were finished for me in the morning. Actually, for anybody, because I'm on the East Coast. So, yeah, they were finished in the morning. This morning, so all done. We got 12 signups. People can still sign up for an existing team, but they cannot sign up for a new team, just because I'm willing to do a couple extras, but I don't want to do too many. So yeah, no new teams, but we can do new signups. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Hampton? What do you think of this design? I think that it works. I think there's obviously ways to improve it, but so far it works pretty well. You know what I'm going to start with to improve it is make that white stripe a little thicker where it gets kind of thinned out. And the reason being, we can stick the Pepsi logo nice and big. and that'll work really well. Looks good, thank you. Good to know. We will try and keep up the good work then. And I'm gonna kind of just bring it back in over here. I'm just trying to make it so that we can put the Pepsi logo bigger, because I'm thinking we're just gonna put the Pepsi logo where the white is on here. Alright, so that looks pretty decent. So let's try something like I don't know. Oh yeah, I was gonna do the Pepsi logo over here. We're doing a classic logo, so we're gonna do. It's weird. I actually remembered we were doing a classic logo. Like, I never remember things like that. I would have totally gone for the modern usually, but somehow I remembered, which is weird. So let's put this logo right here, and we're just going to make it nice and big, and it'll look pretty good in a moment. I'm going to do some editing to it as well, kind of cut parts of it off so it kind of fills an effect, or makes an effect on the design. Oops, what am I doing? There we go. Okay, let's scale that and rotate it. And so that is not the final position for it. I'm just kind of tweaking it still. So the goal is that when we only put it in the white area, it should look pretty cool. You just gotta test it. See, I think that works for the most part. You gotta scale it down a little bit, maybe warp it, just so that it fits a little better. Because obviously the car is a curved fender, so you gotta kind of, oh, that's the problem. You gotta kind of warp everything so it fits exactly where you want it. But other than that, I think it works pretty well. So let me know what you guys think, especially Hampton. And so now if we put it where the white is, it should, hypothetically at least, look pretty good. Except that I messed that up. There we go, that works, I think. So it kind of flows along the white area of the design. Yeah, I think that works very well. Now we can always, you know what would work better is if it was black text, it would contrast better. Even with the blue. Yeah, that works better. What do you guys think? You can always change it, get rid of that element. But for now, I think it works very well. Oh, that didn't work. Just trying to get rid of the fuzzy edges of it. There we go. Yeah, I think that works. Not the perfect design yet, but it's getting somewhere now. And you know what else we could do? Is bump down the opacity and give it like a slogan. Like, what's Pepsi's slogan? That's what I like. I don't know. Thumbs up. Like how it looks so far. Good to know. Yeah, I think actually you can kind of read that logo better all on its own, just because it's, I don't know why. I like that so much better. Like you can actually, oops. I just like it so much better when it's got less opacity than when it was totally opaque. Kind of just an overlay. I don't know why I like that so much. Now the other thing is the tribute side of this, because I remember the original and the main purpose of it was a tribute to someone. So Hampton, if you're okay with me sharing, let me know. And I'm thinking that we should try to incorporate that into this car. I don't see a reason why we should forget about that on this one. I mean, there's spots for like contigs here. We could always, you know what we could do is you can do some sort of gradient and change the sponsor on the back side so that it's only Pepsi on the front, or you could do it the other way around so that it's Pepsi on the back but it's Tribute on the front. Either way, could do it either way. So let me know what you think of that, but I think that we could obviously do Tribute stuff. There's no reason not to. Let's make sure we save this while I'm waiting for a response. Make sure that you know, that I got this thing not getting deleted on us, because that would be unfortunate if there's a crash. I've learned that over the years. You should always save your work as you go. Don't just wait until you're done, because if you have an issue, you're going to have to start over again instead of continuing where you were. Ribbon should go on the quarter panel. Okay. So I'm thinking, in that case, what we can do, because the quarter panel is very small, what do you think about the idea of, because you would have, the reason that I say this is because, like, especially on the left side with the bioethanol logo, you're going to have a very difficult time placing it and making it visible without being warped. So I'm thinking what we could do is, I don't know. Yeah, I know what you mean, no worries. So we'll do a golden ribbon. Let's see. Well, I like this one. Got the glitter on it. No, we don't want glitter. This is a race car. We don't do glitter on race cars most of the time. Trying to find a ribbon that would work with this. So we can try it on the quarter panel, but then again, we may have trouble putting it in the right spot. So we're going to try a couple different places probably, and then we'll settle on a spot. But that's the one thing I like and dislike about the next gen at the same time, is the quarter panel is so much smaller, which as far as the shape of the car goes looks way better, but it looks so difficult for designing cars, and it is so difficult. It's so different. That used to be a huge spot for logo placement, but not anymore. So there's a ribbon. We can always, I just feel like you could definitely, let's duplicate it so we have kind of the original. I'm going to try it on the quarter panel, obviously, and see what we can do. See, this is what I mean. It's very difficult to place it. So you can always try something like that, and then I think it would be better if we desaturate back there. So you can always do, I don't know. Yeah, there's not, it's an interesting sign-ups for sure. Definitely interesting. I guess Chevrolet's pretty popular, but anyway, I think that works. I would recommend putting it over here. We could get rid of the Pepsi logo. Whoops. Oops, gotta make it visible. And I think we could kind of rotate it and put it here. And put Pepsi as a Cont'd over here on the quarter panel. What if we did it this way? Whoops. So I'm thinking we could definitely do something like this. And put it on the side of the car. I like that. Yeah, I did gain 3 subs yesterday, you're right. Yeah, I typically slow down when I don't, obviously this is a stupid comment to make, but I do slow down when I don't make as much content, and I haven't been making as much content, so that is the reason for the slowdown. Okay. Oh yeah, that was better this way. Okay, so up to you, Hampton. Which way works better? And I think we could definitely tweak the design around. This is easier to do a design element, and it's bigger too. It's much easier to see. So up to you. Should also slide it over if we're going to do it this way, because that way it's not warped on the fender. So yeah, again, Hampton, it's up to you. We can do either way. And that leaves space for like a Pepsi logo here as well if you do this. If you do it on the quarter panel, you could do it here as well. But then both of them are kind of getting shrunk. This way, only one of them is shrunk down. The last car did kind of look like an Austin Dillon scheme. You're right. But it does fit the Dale Earnhardt vibe as well in a lot of ways. Or not in a lot of ways, in a few ways. So it's not the worst. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how to go. I think it's, again, I've said this a couple times, but I think it's better to keep it on the side of the door and then use the over the fender for Pepsi, and you could do something with that. Let's experiment with that while I wait for a response. Probably is one by now. Yeah, we'll experiment. I like that. That's what I was saying. Let's experiment and see what looks best, and whatever kind of comes out better, we can always play around with it, see what comes out better, and that's what he's saying. So let's definitely try that. I think it'll look better this way. So let's try Pepsi going over here. And then we can always make it a little bigger on the other side as well. But this way you have a big logo either way for the ribbon, and then you have a big Pepsi logo as well. So there's that. Let's at least try that for now. I'm gonna make that black as well. There's that. So that kind of works. I think you could definitely work with redoing the graphics, so let's actually just hide that and do a new one. I'm thinking you can do something like this and just kind of make it work with the ribbon. I think that's the best way to do it. Let's do a white down here. So I'm using the ribbon to make the graphic, basically. So let's do it this way. And so I'm basically just going to edit it until it looks right. And obviously that sounds stupid, but basically what I mean by that is I'm just going to play around with the design until it really does work. So now what we can do is kind of do something like this. I'm going to bring this down here. I'm kind of going to make it look like a ribbon, but in the Pepsi colors as well. And that should pretty well do it. So now we can do red, and that'll look pretty good. And I think the back side of the car can pretty much have its own design. I think that's what we're going to aim for. See, that's what I mean. Like, you kind of use the logo, or the ribbon, as the design, and work with it and work around it instead of it working around the design. So now I'm thinking if we throw this selection, I don't want this to look invaded by the Pepsi colors either. So I think what we're going to do is feather it by like 20 pixels. And maybe do black, maybe white, one or the other. We're just going to fill this area with a shadow so you can kind of separate it. We're also going to blur that, so it kind of fills a little more space. See, that looks better, I think. That looks much better. So without the shadow, this is what it looks like. With the shadow, it just looks cleaner. So there's that, the initial concept of that part. And then I don't know exactly what we're going to do here. Oops. I think the goal is going to be to take another graphic and we'll do something over here so that it's more or less 3 colors. And then I think we can probably do some sort of ribbon effect on the end of this. I don't know, I've never drawn a ribbon with a path before, so we'll see how this goes, but I'll try it, see how it works. Give it a shot. See, the Goodyear logo covers it up though, so I gotta do another path. I saw something, but I did not know that that was confirmed. Tony Stewart is going to be in the booth for Fox. That's awesome. He's going to be great. Hopefully he's not the joking Tony Stewart. Hopefully he's actually like serious, but we'll see. He's a good replacement for Jeff Gordon. I was never really a fan of Jeff Gordon's commentating anyway. So the goal of this kind of cutting is to make it look like a ribbon that's blowing in the wind or whatever. It's just kind of waving around. And I think that looks better than just kind of leaving it. Let's actually do that as well, so it comes off like a fender. There's that. Okay, so there's most of it. I think that works fairly well. And actually, I'm not a fan of this ribbon effect on the blue. But what we can do is this. Just fix it like that. So there's that. That's fairly decent, actually. Okay, so I don't know. I am really not sure what I want to do for this thing. Yeah, you like Jeff in the booth because he's Jeff. Yeah, I get that. I get that. What happened to... Oh, that didn't work. That's the problem. I was on the wrong layer. I was going to say, it didn't look like it was supposed to. I'm on the right layer? Oh. There we go. That's better. Alright, separate that again. So, I don't know. What do you guys think of this one? I think we're also going to have to do something like a gradient, or not a gradient, posterize on the gradient. It doesn't quite look right at the moment. See, that I think looks better. So let's grab that area of the design. And posterize it. Oops. Alright, that works fairly well so far. And now what I'm going to try to do is take the kind of gradient effect and scale it so that it fits the rest of the what's it called? Whatever this thing is called, the ribbon. Can't think of a word that's so simple. And that'll match everything a lot better, I think. There we go. That works. So now you got kind of the pattern going along the, you know, whatever it is. I can't think of the word. Why am I having so much trouble? The ribbon. I'm having so much difficulty with a simple word like this. That's disappointing. Oh well. I'm gonna make that completely white again. So the shadow doesn't mess it up. There we go. Okay, I think that works. So now you got some contrast with it. What if we did a brighter blue though on here? Because it doesn't have a lot of contrast with the navy blue. So if we do that, that looks a little better, I think. And we may have to invert the 77. I liked it the way it was, but it also looks good either way. Ooh, ooh. That pops. That pops very well. Very nicely. And I think, okay, let's do this. Give it another layer of outline. That didn't work. There we go. So I'm just playing around with the outline on the 77 here, trying to make sure it looks really bold, so it's the number one. Looks good. Okay, thank you. Good feedback. Both meaning helpful and it's positive feedback, so that's good. Oops. So now you got a very bold outline. You got a few layers, which really makes the 77 stand out. And so I think the only thing that I'm having trouble with is this blue and this blue, the two shades. So I'm wondering, what if we went for like a black or a dark gray? Probably a dark gray. I don't know. And we won't leave the hood black, it would be blue, but I think we can do something like a black base. And that'll work better. What do you guys think? And obviously we're going to do something with the back side of the car as well. I want to give it something like a gold effect to it. And we'll put a Pepsi logo on as a Cont'd. So it's kind of like dual sponsorship. There it is. Alright, let's value invert that. I think the battery on my wireless mouse is dying. Good thing I brought the other one in just in case. I think I'm going to need it. So there's that. That looks pretty good so far. So now we have space for maybe a golden pattern or something, I don't know. I don't want to do Pepsi here, like on this big area, because one, there are other things we could put there that go along with the original, but two, what did I do here? I messed this up too. Make that red again. Yeah, I don't know what I did wrong here, but I messed up the gradient or something. Oh, wrong layer. There we go. Now it's not all screwed up. So that's good. I'm having trouble with the black base because that just doesn't feel Pepsi to me. Has Jeff? Oh, he has run a black base Pepsi before. Kind of just looking at it right now, trying to think of ideas to make it a little better, a little simpler. I don't know. Oh, you know what we could do? No. I'm just trying to think. I don't want to do a white base because we have the white graphic over here, but what if we changed it to a blue or something? That's what we could do. Let's try that. That looks a lot better to me. Just gotta fix this area. Alright, so that looks decent so far. Let's colorize that to be blue. See how that looks, not that blue. Nope, no. Mouse is having an issue. So I gotta, oh, what if I invert it first? Nope. Yeah, let's just do it manually. I'm trying to shortcut and it's making things worse. Okay, I gotta add some red to it as well. Make this brighter. Trying to just manually do the gradient, and then this is going to be a white, I think, so it's kind of a transition layer. Oops, wrong color. There we go. Okay, that looks much better, I think. We got kind of a white base with the Pepsi colors. I think that works. So let's try that and see how it works. And that way we can do Pepsi over here. Well, maybe we can just do this. Nope, I don't think we're going to use this one. So let's try grabbing this Pepsi logo and deleting it because it's too small now. We'll grab this one. Loud vehicle driving past me. Maybe it's a NASCAR. I doubt it. So there's that. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. I know it's kind of quiet and tedious, but that's kind of the enjoyment of it to me. Just kind of a process. You can appreciate the efforts, I guess, that it takes to do these things. And by you, I mean myself and others, because sometimes I forget how difficult it is, and the fact that there are people that can do this better than I can, obviously. And they spend a lot more time on it than I do, or a lot less because of how much better they are. Depends on how you look at it. This needs to be black. Oops. There we go. Okay, I think this works much better. I think we're also going to take this because the blue and the red for some reason are making me have trouble. We're just gonna make that white in the blue area. And there we go. That works better, I think. Alright. So that actually works really well, I have to say. That's a bold looking car, and the ribbon works perfectly, I think, especially because you got a decent sized Pepsi logo over here, but it's also on the hood, which is great. And then the inside should be blue. We can definitely try that. I don't know exactly what shade we're going to do, but we can try it for sure. Oops, wrong one. Let's try a bright blue, but not like too little saturation. Whoops. Oh, we might have to invert it here and then do it this way. Oh, here's what we can do. Playing around with it, and I think I got what will work best. We'll just remove a layer from the outline, and that should work. What do you think about that? I think that works very well. I think it's a good idea. And it doesn't necessarily have to have a ton of logos on it either, and tons of design. Simple is often much better. Like even here, it seems too complex to go all the way over. So I'm actually going to stop it at about here, so they all come to a head right there. And there we go. That looks better to me. I think this looks really cool, I must say. Yeah. Alright, you think that looks good? That's good. Good to hear. Yeah, I think that this looks good. So what do we think? Do we have a design and we're just ready to flip it to the other side, or does it need a little more work? I think it is about ready. The only thing I can think of is if we take the side skirts and we make those gold. That's the only thing I can think of. Just to kind of make that part of the design a little bit more. And I also messed this up a little bit. Hold on. This doesn't look right. Something's messed up on there. That's better. Okay. I don't know how that got past me. The Purdue, right. Yeah, we'll put that on the quarter panel. So let's do that, and then we will flip it over to the other side, because I'm not hearing any complaints about how it looks, or it being incomplete. Maybe we'll give it a yellow spoiler. There's that. Bring that over here. Alright, so that's not bad. That looks really good. I like the design. It's simple, but it's bold. Like, it stands out. It's not just a clean design, but it also pops, which is great. So now we're just going to bring everything over to the other side and put some stuff on the front and the back, and that'll be it. I don't remember if I'll have to do them all later. Let's see. And I think we're also going to take the blue on the graphic, other than the roof. And we're going to make it the dark blue, because the logo used the dark blue, and it doesn't quite look right to have a different shade. So we'll do this. Oops. There we go. That works much better. Now it kind of all fits together, I think. So we can take Pepsi and we can put it on the other side. We gotta merge our graphics so I don't have to do it 12 times flipping things over to the right side of the car. And then we have a few different layers we gotta deal with. Let's get rid of this, get rid of this. Okay, so there's that, merge those together. This is the graphic. So if we hide that, does it look right? Or does it look empty? Yes, okay. Clean things up a little bit. Trying to make it a little easier to merge or flip to the other side, and then we'll be done with this part of it. We made quick progress on this. This hasn't been going that long, has it? Actually, we've been going for about 45 minutes, haven't we? Yeah, 45 minutes or so. Alright, so crop the content. Oh, that's why I need to do image size. So that's good. Ooh, I don't know if I like that. Yeah, we're not going to do that much. Alright, so there's the graphic on both sides. That's good. We'll take our 77 from the left side and put it on the right. Where is it? There it is. Cool. Oh, it's full size, that's why. And then if we duplicate, oops, I want to duplicate that. Thank you. Alright, that looks pretty good, I think. I think that works very well. I don't know what else we can really do to make it any better. We gotta do the paintable parts, but that's, I think, about it, right? We gotta put something on the deck lid. Probably Purdue, because Pepsi's on the hood and the side. So let's just do Purdue. On the trunk. That'll work. Yeah, let's save that. Don't lose any progress that way. Let's also scale this up so it's not so much empty space. That's better. Cool. So that works very nicely, I must say. Let's put Pepsi on the back as well, because they are the primary sponsor. Got some contigs, which is great. What if we just made it nice and big? I wonder how well that would work. Thinking we can make the Camaro text black, right? And then that way we've got a very clean looking design. That'll work. There we go. Okay. So let's take the Camaro logo. Value invert it. There we go. Look at that. Looks nice. Good to hear. Alright, so let's do the side skirts. I'm going to try it with gold. What do we think of that? I don't know that I like that. Let's not do that. Let's leave it. Let's leave them black because that's default, and sometimes default is better. We will, however, do red here and here. Or gold, I should say. Oops. I'm trying to get up high enough that I can do the right layer. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there's a gold jack marker, which looks good. Cool. This is not at all bad, that's for sure. So, we gotta do the paintable parts. So the side skirts are done. The window net, the left side trim should probably be dark blue. We're gonna do a black window net on this car, I think. No, you know what? We'll do a white window net. I think that'll look good. We'll do everything in this area white. Alright, how does that look? Let's make sure the shading's working. Yes, it is. Cool. Alright, so we have ourselves a window net. Save that. And then side skirts. Did that. Spoiler. Spoiler edge should probably be gold. That's what I'm thinking. Cool. Roof rails. There goes black, black, and that should probably be gold. Splitter edge. That'll match the front or the side of the car. And I think that's about it. The roof rails are done. Shark fin is done. The splitter is done. Yeah, that's about it. And then all we have left is that's done. Oh yeah, we don't want chrome wheels, do we? Thinking paintable wheels might be good. Or maybe standard. Let's do paintable wheels. So we can also do different colors for the front and rear wheels on this mod, which is fantastic. So I think what we could do is white on the rear wheels, and that'll look cool. And we'll do I don't know. I think we'll do red on the back wheels. I think that'll look cool. Oops, there it is. So that'll match the paint scheme a lot better, I think. And there we go. Look at that. Different colors on the front and back. That looks cool. I think we'll stick with that. That works very well. Very well. Indeed. Okay. So that's about it. I think we're done. We got to export it. And then I got to open up Blender. Oops. I got to export it, right? Alright, let's open Blender. Go here for a moment. Yes, I know the music is playing. Oops, don't close that. Close this. So we're done with that. Oh, you think the wheel okay, so we'll fix that in just a moment. I'll probably fix that after the stream, because I don't want to open up the entire GIMP program again. But we will fix that. Oops. Okay, so oops, gotta go to material view and change the floor color to a white floor. Rendered like this, and change the design. And I know you can't see this yet. I'm just queuing up the design. Let that preview itself out, and then yeah, I don't know. I think we'll probably go with white wheels everywhere, and I think that'll look better. So now I'm going to show you guys the render. Oops, that one. Boom. There it is. The number 77 looks pretty sharp. I like the white window net too. I really do like the white window net. Brightens it up for sure. Yeah, what do you guys think? I think this looks nice. This looks very classic, like we were going for, which makes me happy. Achieved the goal. So there's that. Yeah, I think that we're gonna roll with it. Got a wow, that's good. That's a positive success to me. Amazing, good. Alright, then we will keep this. Last confirmation, I just want to make sure that we have wheels white in the end. I think that'll work better. White rims on both sides, or both ends, front and back. And that'll be about it. Yeah, I think it works. Let's turn off the overlays and the gizmo. And now you can really see what it looks like. Kind of just looking at it, making sure everything looks proper, everything looks right. And I think it does. I think it really does. Yeah. So I think that'll about do it. I mean, this is not the longest stream, about an hour. It doesn't always have to be long. If we get the job done quickly, then no reason to, you know, no reason to waste your time, waste my time. So yeah, we'll take a look at this for a few more moments. I have to say, I really am tired apparently. No, I like the ribbon. I think it looks nice that way. So, what will the schedule be? I think we're going to do a stream on that at some point, hopefully this week. I think that's going to be the goal, is to stream a schedule creation this week, and we'll see how everything else goes. So, let's close, oh, hang on. Let's go here, go to the introduction. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Thanks to Hampton Connor for showing up, making sure that we could actually pull this off. That's good. Especially after last night's fiasco, where we didn't make this work. Apparently we've had 6,200 dropped frames, but it's only 2.9%, so not too bad. Especially considering yesterday we lost like a quarter of it before it even died. So, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. It really does help me with finding more people to contribute to the channel and all these things. And if I want to make this my job, I do need a bigger following. That's not in itself important to me, but it does help me in indirect ways. So I would appreciate the subscription button being pressed and everything. That would be much appreciated. I know a lot of you already are, but anyway, thanks all so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you soon. Peace out.